Sunday Igboho's delayed return linked to 2023 elections. Wow, because he's still in Benin Republic. So the only reason that holding him down is because of 2023 elections, why it does not come and cause disruption. Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho, popularly known as Sunday Adeyemo, popularly known as Sunday Igboho, may not return to Nigeria until after 2023 general elections. A source in Abuja told Daily Post Sunday night that both the government and some powerful politicians were working to stall his entry. Last week, at Bishop Ajayi Crowther's posthumous birthday celebration in Ibadan, Oyo State, Igboho hinted he would be back shortly. I thank you all for your support. By God's grace, the Fulani's herdsmen activities against our people will end in our land. The Yoruba nation will soon be achieved, and it will be better than all the nations in the world. Our agitation is an idea whose time has come. I will come back to Yoruba land soon, he declared via Zoom. There is a projection that Igboho's return will heat up the polity, particularly in the southwest region. Igboho caused a stir in January 2021 when he issued a quick notice to Fulanis in Oyo. He accused them of murder and kidnapping. He won't come back now, maybe anytime after elections have been decided. His return will create a charged atmosphere and reignite the agitation and protest. The government is dealing with a lot already and would not allow this to happen, not with Buhari still in power. Apart from that, Igboho's presence in Nigeria will affect the presidential ambition of who we all know. He cannot afford anything that will jeopardize his ambition or create a clash with the North, the source said. That must be about Tinubu now. In March 2022, the Benin Republic authorities released Igboho from prison to his doctors. His lawyer, Yomi Aliu, announced a standing pact that he should not leave Cotonou for any reason. The senior advocate of Nigeria San said Yoruba leaders Professor Wole Soyinka and Professor Banji Akintoye played a major role in the deal. Right? So it was gathered that the Nigerian and Beninese government agreed that the activist's exit would be jointly authorized. And after his conditional release from prison, Igboho made a revelation at a meeting with members of his legal team. The agitator told them that Nigeria used all her power to try to get his neighbor to hand him over. Nigeria requested for me to be handed over to them by the Beninese government. So President Talon said he wanted to investigate me. So he said if it is about politics and human rights, it is against the law for them to hand me over to the Nigerian government, he said. Hours after his arrest, Daily Post reported the Buhari administration's move to repatriate Igboho to face charges. Tukur Buratai, former chief of army staff and the country's ambassador to Benin Republic, reportedly made the request. Igboho and his wife, Rokpo, were arrested on July 19, 2021 by the International Criminal Police organizations at the Kajehun airport as they headed to Germany. The 50-year-old was first detained at the Brigade Economique et Financière BEF and later Prison Civile de Cotonou Civil Prison. So what they're telling us here is that Igboho is free anyway, but he's in Benin Republic and cannot enter Nigeria for now. And federal government don't want to let him come to Nigeria because of the politics until after elections in 2023 and the result is announced. That is the reason they don't want to bring Igboho. They feel that if they bring Igboho to Nigeria, it's going to heat up the politics, all right, and will affect the elections because there might be another fresh protest that will change the narratives of the current campaign program for all the candidates, and that might affect the election process as well. That is why they don't want to release him right now back to Nigeria. He's not in prison, but he's in Cotonou, and he has been asked not to leave Cotonou by the Cotonou government, by the Benin Republic government, that he cannot leave Nigeria. And they said Igboho's leaving Cotonou to Nigeria will be jointly authorized by the Benin Republic government and the Nigerian government simultaneously before Igboho can leave Cotonou back to Nigeria, right? And another thing again they're saying, even though they're not mentioning names, we know who they're referring to, that Igboho coming to Nigeria will now affect the presidential ambition of one of the big candidates, presidential candidates in the Southwest. And that is obviously Bola Ahmed Tinubu, of course, because if Igboho enter, he's going to scatter things that might affect his election ambition or his presidential ambition as well. And these are the reasons they don't want Igboho to come to Nigeria for now. Again, I liken this matter to that of Nnamdi Kanu. Now, court has discharged and acquitted Nnamdi Kanu. And I also believe that the only reason they don't want to release Nnamdi Kanu is because of this election as well. They don't want to say it, but we know it. That they know if they release Nnamdi Kanu at this critical time, wow, the campaigns, the election process will take a different turn, especially in the Southeast region. Because the same way Kanu is in the Southeast region is the same way Igboho is in the Southwest region. And these two guys, while Igboho is agitating for Yoruba nation, while Kanu is agitating for Biafra. All right, these are key people that have the ability to change the narratives of the election anytime they are free. And that is why they are holding them down. For Nnamdi Kanu, I am pretty sure that is the reason, because Nnamdi Kanu is a very stubborn person and he's not going to keep quiet. Igboho is also a very stubborn person, he's not going to keep quiet. The agitation for Biafra and Yoruba nation will continue. The marketing of some of the political bigwigs in those regions will also commence, and a lot of things will happen to the trend of campaign that is going on right now. And there might even be violence in some campaign grounds because they wouldn't want to see some political parties or some particular candidate in certain campaign programs because they see them violence will erupt. Some communities don't want to see some people. All right, so it's because of this presumed or suspected violence that is why they don't want Igboho to come back from Benin Republic. Well, all the same, the truth is that he's no longer detained in prison. He is just freed, but conditional bail, conditional freedom until after election before he will come to Nigeria. He was saying that the government wanted to collect him from Benin Republic, but Benin Republic refused, that they need to investigate him. And now investigating him, they said if all the sin Igboho has committed is all about human rights and freedom, all right, in that case, they will not need to discharge Igboho back to Nigeria. They would rather keep him there. And I'm sure that keeping him there for protection. And it's better for Igboho to remain in Benin Republic than to come to Nigeria. Because if he comes to Nigeria, they would want to annihilate him the way that doing Kano right now. That is exactly what they will do to him. It will not be easy for him if he comes back to Nigeria. They will still find a way to put him in chains and lock him up the way they are treating Nnamdi Kanu. And that's exactly what they wanted to do under the former chief of army staff that was also Nigerian ambassador to Benin Republic, all right, Tukur Buratai. And the same Tukur Buratai that under his tenure, there were several security problems that he could not handle. Rather, he was using the military to support the Fulanis. He went to Gambia to talk about, to profile security solutions for African nations. Now, wow. And all those African nations, where they had their representative there, they couldn't ask him, how did he manage security in Nigeria? So the same person is responsible behind this locking down of Igboho in Benin Republic. Because this happened, Igboho was apprehended in Benin Republic when Tukur Buratai was Nigerian ambassador to Benin Republic. So he connived with Benin Republic police and the security agencies to nab Igboho and his wife at the airport when they were heading to Germany. All right. But having checked, now the Benin Republic has investigated and found that there's nothing criminal about him. They just kept him there, and it is safer for him to be there. He's enjoying his breeze. If he comes to Nigeria, the story will change for him. So stay there. If there's after election you come, so be it. There's no problem. All right. So that is what Igboho is saying, and that is what they say on his behalf. That the only reason he cannot come to Nigeria is because of 2023 general election. For them to peacefully conduct the election first, declare the winner, possibly hand over government before they can let him back to Nigeria. Oh, so thank you for listening, and let's have your comment in this regard as well.